Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer with today's first free live stream of the day. You can ask your questions, one free question per person. If you want to do a super chat, $1.99 skips the line. You can do as many as you like. I also have a couple of sales going on. 3 questions for $10, I think it is, and I think the other one was 4 questions for $21. I don't know. It's on my community page. Hang on. Let me just get this set up here. There we go. The 3 for 10, was it 3 for 10? Whatever it is. It was for today only, and I've already sold 3 of them, so I only have 4 more spots left. So if you want to do a private, email me sooner than later. Okay. This phone today is being a pain in the ass. TD wants a love reading. Okay. You've got happiness around you when you leave something in the past behind that no longer serves you. A soulmate relationship moves forward, leads to great happiness. Could be with the Aries. The thing is that, so leaving something in the past behind that no longer serves you. It doesn't have to be a person. Sometimes it's like an old way of thinking, or it's something that you're stuck on and you can't get past. It doesn't have to be a person. Bonita, love. You have a fire sign coming in, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, that comes in with a lot of passion and wants to move forward quickly. Now, they're a fire sign. They just may be passionate. That just may be their nature. They may have some money around them, and you may feel like the relationship can be built on solid ground and takes you to the top of the mountain where, you may be feeling like, I can exhale, like things are falling into place for me now. Oh, yeah, you could ask a question for somebody else, sure. Like if they don't do YouTube or whatever, yeah, that's fine. His darling, love. You got cause for celebration, possibly with a Taurus, in a relationship that moves forward very quickly that could have a lot of earthly pleasures that surround it. A lot of chemistry, a lot of physical stuff. It could be borderline obsessive. You don't hold yourself back, you go for it. And I think that it's going to be a whole lot of fun. TD, how's the Aries feeling about me currently? Feeling either guilty, bad, or regretful over something that happened in the past or something that didn't happen in the past. So this card could be like, oh damn, I wish when I had the opportunity I would have. Or it could be, I wish I didn't do that. But there's feeling guilty or feeling regret over something. But he comes forward and you get your wish. He may be feeling a little bit less worried about money right now, and he may be feeling like the two of you can build a relationship on solid ground that moves forward quickly. High vibration, how's the Sagittarius feeling about me currently? Okay. Sagittarius feels very attracted to you and like the world is at his feet. He may be feeling like he's calling the shots, but he also comes in pursuing you pretty heavy. Here's the Sagittarius, King of Wands, and you may have to take a leap of faith. I don't know if that means that you have to reach out first or you have to open your mouth about something that you're not really comfortable talking about, but there's like a leap of faith. When it comes up, you're going to know what it is. I would go for it. Kay Hall, can I get a general reading? Okay. The overall theme is justice. So justice could, I mean, it could be a legal matter. If a legal matter pops up, it could be a Libra that's around you, or you may be a Libra. Or this could be that karma is finally coming to your defense. All the good that you put out into the world is coming back to you. Anything bad that you did, you may be paying the price for that too. Or it could be you're seeing other people's karma for what they have done or put you through, for whatever that means for you. It also shows around you is the happy home, decorating your home, moving into a nicer home, moving in with someone, something that has to do with the home that's very positive. No longer holding yourself back, and you have an earth sign around you that's very positive, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. An offer in front of you that you may not be seeing right now, but it's going to propel your life forward quickly. So keep your eyes and ears open. When the Four of Cups shows up, it can be any kind of offer. It doesn't have to be, a lot of times it's a love offer, but it could be a business offer. Just keep your eyes and ears open. And recently I had a discussion with somebody close to me about awareness and being aware and just taking notice of things that are around us. And I know, and I didn't even realize, I didn't even make the connection of how oblivious I am to things to how that correlates to being aware. For example, like I work in a yoga studio, and I'm the first person there at 6 o'clock in the morning. My first class is at 6 a.m. And I go into the studio, I turn on all the lights, make sure the heat is working, and somebody comes in and says to me, "Oh, did they paint?" And I was like I'm there almost every day. And I'm like looking around and I'm like, oh, I guess, like I didn't even notice, like being aware of what's going on around you. I don't want to skip anybody. Missa, what's I know the Taurus feeling about me, the Sagittarius? Okay. How's the Taurus feeling about the Sagittarius? Feels like the Sagittarius has choices around them. Maybe a little bit reluctant to move forward because Wheel of Fortune in reverse is like not being afraid to take a spin of the Wheel of Fortune, like being afraid to step forward, step out of the box, take a leap of faith, feeling like you may not choose them if you were up against choices. There's a Libra around you too, so they may feel like there's a Libra that you like better. They're very attracted to you, this person, and they do want the relationship to move forward. They're just a little bit afraid right now of putting themselves out on the limb. I think it's going to pass. I think they're going to get the nerve. Kira, how does Leroy feel about our relationship? Okay. He feels good about it. He feels like he's going to be putting some hard work into this relationship. It also feels like there's an offer around the two of you that you can't refuse. So it may be like the two of you finally come together and are not, you're both on the same page. When it's in reverse, it's being aware of what's going on, being participating in the situation. Fool is here, reckless abandonment, carefree, spontaneity, Three of Cups, celebration, moving forward. I think he feels good about it. High vibration. My parents are stressed, but will things go right? I feel like it's always something. Like people will sometimes put like a question like that, like when are things going to get better? Things are always getting better, but there's always bullshit. Like there's always something that you're going to have to deal with. So let's see. Will your parents be less stressed in the upcoming months? It looks like the second half of the year will be much less stressful for them. It looks like the first part of the year is going to be a little bit more stressful. But you know what? It's like, that's life. Life is stressful. And I have one friend that always says life is a shit show. But it's true. It's like there's always something popping up, and there's always something, you know, like a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to my last doctor's appointment before I was going to have the baby. I go to turn the car on, and the battery is dead. And now what? Like, it's always something. Something's always popping up. To me, the way that you deal with that helps the future. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, instead of freaking out and kicking the car and throwing a temper tantrum, I was like, okay, this is life. This is what happens. I'm going to call and see if I can get a ride from someone. I'm going to call the doctor and tell them I'm going to be late, and it's going to work out. Whereas I know some people would just like throw a temper tantrum. I feel like it's the way that you deal with it. And at the end of the day, everything works out. At the end of the, and just knowing that too helps with stress. At the end of the day, it's all going to work out. If I had missed the appointment or had to go later in the day or whatever, I would have lived through it. It would have been fine. Sandy, is my ex going to contact me this month? Okay. You only have a 33% chance that they're going to contact you this month. So I'm thinking it might happen in the first half of March. Regardless of whether it happens in February or it happens in March, it's happening. You're going to get the contact. Anjali, do you see marriage? This is for your sister that's a Leo. Okay, let's see. Is marriage coming in for the Leo sister? Definitely. Yeah. 3 aces, 99% chance. If it's not happening right around the corner, it's coming down the pike. Wolfie, will I get a priest for me? If yes, who is this person? I don't know what you mean by getting a priest for you. I'm just going to ask the question like that. Will Wolfie be getting a priest? %70 chance, yes, you will be getting a priest. And I think the person is going to be an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. Jenny, just a general reading? All right, let's do a general reading for Jenny. Letting go of anxiety and stress, moving forward into more carefree times, some spontaneity is around you, some fun, like this is like fun stuff. It's like reckless abandonment, doing things that are just fun and exciting, and life moves forward very quickly. You have a fire sign around you that you may be hanging out with or spending time with, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It also shows you're no longer sitting around waiting for your ship to come in. You're going out, you're living life, and you're also coming into some financial stability. Seba, is T a player and can he be trusted? Okay. Is T a player? Well, it does look like he's had his moments where he was screwing around. Let's see if he can be trusted. I don't want to say he can't be trusted, but I want to, like, you should know that he's got choices around him, or he likes to keep his options open kind of thing. High vibration. What's up with my ex, the Gemini? Gemini is feeling very burdened about something. There's an offer around them that they're just not seeing. They're very stressed out about money. The one positive thing that they have is they have a lot of strength. There's strength that surrounds them, and they have a wish that's coming in. Their life is going to transform, and they're going to get out of this funk, but it looks like they're in a little bit of a funky place right now. Valia, how will my finances be if I and M, the Libra sun, marry? Okay. What's the financial outlook of this relationship? It looks like money is going to be an issue. It looks like there's holding yourself back, betrayal. It could be moving away from it. They're like moving away from the relationship. Money could come between the two of you. However, if you pursue and persevere, you can get through it, but it's going to take some hard work. It's going to slowly improve, and you have the power to change it. You have the power to manifest more money. So this is being focused on either a business idea, it's business school, something that can lead you to making more money. Being focused, putting your heads together and moving forward is definitely possible, but it's going to take work. Money is not going to be, it's going to be a thorn in your side if you guys get married. But I wouldn't let money, like, to me, money is fluid, right? You can make it, you can spend it. Sometimes, like, I'll have a great day, I'll make some money, and then all of a sudden the battery dies and I have to go have it repaired. But you know what? I had the money, I had it fixed. So is it such a big deal? No. At the end of the day, it's not. Was it annoying? Yes. Did it piss me off? Of course. But I wouldn't let money ruin your relationship. So keep that in mind. If you struggle a little bit or there's hard times, I would try to put your heads together and work through it and not make it the thing that tears the two of you apart. Seba, general reading. Somebody from your past returns. They could be a fire sign, or they could be somebody that, fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, or it could be somebody who has a love of adventure that wants to do fun, exciting things, like out of the blue kind of things, comes back, but your relationship with them will transform slowly. They're going to be like eager to do crazy things like rock climbing and scuba diving, but they're not going to be eager to make the relationship move forward quickly. They move at their own pace, which may cause you a little bit of anxiety. Don't get stressed about it. Life will be changing quickly. I think that you have a big shift around your entire life coming in probably around the beginning of the summer. That's also going to bring in some financial stability. Sister, is he happy in his birthday month here with his girlfriend? Okay. I'm only getting a 33% chance that he's happy. So he may have moments of happiness. He may have moments of complete misery. It seems like the pendulum around them swings from one extreme to the other. High vibration. What my person finds if he takes a reading from me. Oh. What would a reader tell a person about high vibration? I think that they would say that somebody from your past is coming back. You have fun, carefree times ahead of you. And that they better step up to the plate before you choose somebody else. It also shows that they probably would say that you have options around you and that this person needs to step forward before you choose to be with somebody else. Queen. George has not reached out yet. Is he thinking about me, and when will he reach out? Okay. He's going to reach out, definitely. Let me see if I can get some timing on when. Five days. I would say within 5 days. The diamonds would be the end of the winter or before the end of the winter. I think that there is 5 days is closer to the time. I don't think you got to wait that long. Sister Moon, is she really in love with him? Well, I got 33% chance with one ace. The victory card is here, which would be a yes. She does care about him, or she is in love with him, or she thinks she is. But judgment is in reverse, which means this doesn't last. It doesn't last, or it's not meant to be. She definitely may be more into him than he is her, or she may... I don't know. The relationship seems to go from one extreme to the other, and I don't think it's going to last. Queen, does George talk about me with his friends? I think he only talks about you with his closest friends, and I think that, like, he doesn't say too much to people he doesn't want him to explain himself to. I think that he talks more about you with his closest, the people closest to him in his life. Valia, a glimpse into me and M's life. Will we marry? You got a very high percentage, close to a 90% chance that you could marry, which means that the ball is in your court. You're going to be the one that calls the shots. Like I said, I wouldn't let money or stuff like that interfere with your relationship. Not at all. Sister, 2 months since we spoke. Is he thinking of me? Yeah, he's absolutely thinking of you. 99% chance. Donata, is Reginald going to come over this week? I'm only getting a 33% chance. That's kind of low. I'm going to say it's coming up. He's coming over in the next couple of weeks. Might not happen before the end of this week, though. Seba. Will I see him this month based on his energy? Okay. Yeah, I think you will. Queen of Swords. What does George tell his friends about me? You kidding me? So his closest friends know how he really feels about you. This is love, money, abundance, fertility, marriage. It could be birth or conception of a child. There is no real better card to pull when you want to know how somebody thinks or feels about you than this card. So his closest friends know how he feels about you. And his closest friends may even be like, what are you doing? What is going on? Sandy D, is my ex going to contact me by Valentine's Day? You got a 70% chance, yes. I don't like the timing questions because time, you know, it's hard. But a 70% chance, yes, he will contact you before Valentine's Day. Libra, how did Eber feel when he saw me? Okay. Stable, strong, a little bit confused. So stable and strong, a little bit confused, attracted, taken back, maybe even surprised. I think that overall, he was happy to see you. I don't know if it was a surprise or you took him by surprise or caught him off guard. Felt a little bit shocked. Queen, will I see George for Valentine's Day? And if not, will he make it up to me? I think you are going to see him. I'm not going to say it's going to definitely be on Valentine's Day, but I think around Valentine's Day you do see him. Seba, does he think of me and care for me? Yes, absolutely. 99% chance. Jenny, my husband and I fight a lot. He threatens to leave me a lot. Will he actually go back to Philadelphia? Okay, let's see. No, I don't think so. I think it's empty threats. I do think it's empty threats. Marth, What will happen if I choose to be with the Aries? Okay. Use your intuition, because there's some kind of anxiety that comes up around the situation with the Aries. I don't know if it's that somebody else comes in out of the blue, somebody else is pursuing you, or maybe you're not really feeling them, but there's some kind of anxiety around the situation. I mean, it could be they're anxious about it, but I don't, it's showing up under you that you would have anxiety about being with them. Or maybe you would feel like when you finally got together that you really didn't click and that you sacrificed something else to be with them. TD, will the Aries contact me tomorrow or this week? You got a 70% chance they contact you tomorrow, but I can't swear to that. I would rather say 70% chance they contact you before the end of the week. Inez, will N follow me back on Insta? Yes, but not right away. So it's a 33% chance, which means eventually he follows you back. He may either make you wait a while or might not realize that you're following him, and it may take a minute for him to follow you back. Inez, will W notice me soon? Yes, definitely, 99% chance. All right, I'm coming. Hang in there for a sec. Daria, will I pass my driving test this month? I think you will. You got 3 aces. I would be highly surprised if you didn't. All right, what's the matter there, Mama? You waking up? Want to come sit over here with us? Did you have a good nap? Oh, you had a good nap? All right. Are you drooling? You drooling? Oh, what was that? The dog's dish? All right. Oh, you got drool on your face there. Let me help you out. Good girl. Don't look at me like that. Hey, I didn't lick my finger and wipe your face with it. All right. You sit here with us. Well, don't spit it out. All right. Maybe you don't want it. Inez, will W make any moves towards me? All right, let's have a look. Come on. Yeah, I think he's going to come forward. I don't know if he's going to pick up communication or want to see you personally, like physically in person. All right, come sit here for a minute. You want this? Don't make that face. All right. And then we'll put you in the donut in a minute. Elizabeth, will Ben and I, with the physical problems, get better, and when? Okay, let's see. the physical problems can get better. Let's see when. You got a 99% chance that they're going to get better. The Three of Hearts. So I would say the Three of Hearts would be early March. No, sorry, not early March, late March, when once we move into the spring. So like March 21st, 22nd, that time things should start to get better. What's the matter, Bubby? Sandra, how will my very near future for the next 3 to 4 weeks be in connection with job and travel? Okay, let's have a look. All right. Alrighty. Being prepared for upcoming success. Life moves forward quickly. There's an offer in front of you that you're not seeing yet, but balance gets restored to your life in the next couple of weeks. If you do have to travel for work, it goes smoothly. There's happiness around it. You also have an offer of love coming in, which could be a side note. If you're with someone right now, that person could either do something really nice for you or want to take you somewhere or be expressive about it. It looks like there may be some creativity or creative project that you may have to work on when it comes to work or at work. And it looks like you got some nice money coming in over the next 3 to 4 weeks. Financial stability surrounds you and feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain. So it didn't show, like the Six of Swords, if the Six of Swords showed up, I would say that you were definitely traveling overseas for work or doing a lot of traveling for work. I'm not seeing a ton of travel. So it could be local travel or like, I don't know where you live, but let's just say, for example, traveling from one state to the next state. Still travel, but it's not like major travel. Overall, I think financial stability, a creative project, and things picking up over the next 3 to 4 weeks, and more money coming in. Or it could even be a bonus. I did Anna's, did Elizabeth, Shay. Okay. Will he be honest and admit everything he's doing while we were broken up, or will he lie? Okay, let's see. Is he going to be honest? Okay, he's basically going to be honest. So it doesn't show outright lying, but it does show that he may leave some things out or he may omit a couple of details. I wouldn't make a big deal about it because if you are broken up, you know, I wouldn't get back into a relationship and start fighting over something that was done when you guys weren't together. Let me put it that way, especially if this relationship means a lot to you, because it's just going to add, you know, I don't think that you need to go down that road. I think he's basically going to be honest with you. Woo-woo. I woke up at 7:28 the last 2 days. What does that mean? Okay. I don't know too much about numerology, but I'm going to pull some cards. I only know the angel numbers, and 728 is not mimicking. I would say it would be highly significant if it happened 3 days in a row because of the 3 number. But let's pull some cards and see what it means. I don't know if you got some kind of an angel or something around you that's waking you up. Did you ask that question yesterday? Somebody else maybe asked it. But there could be some kind of an entity around you that is waking you up. And it also looks like you've got cause for celebration coming up. So I don't know if there's something to the date, July 28th, maybe 7/28. I don't know if that rings a bell or if that's of significance. Sometimes the numbers, right? Like you could see numbers, but they mean something else. So you could be seeing the time is 7/28, and it could be a street address, 7/28, it's a street address. It could be the date, July 28th. I know that there's a lot of significance when it comes to numbers. I just don't always know how they fit into everyone's life. You got cause for celebration coming up and somebody from your past returning. I'm wondering if somebody from your past was born on July 28th. You also have some financial stability coming in around you. Yeah, I'm going to be curious to see if you wake up tomorrow at 7/28. I wonder if something significant is going to happen on this July 28th. That's going to be interesting. We got to remember that date. Oh, Susie donated through, okay. I got to find Susie's question. Okay. All right, I don't see Susie's question yet. If anyone sees it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to just go to high vibration. Maybe it'll pop up at the bottom. Did my ex change his WhatsApp number because of me? Okay. No, you only got a 33% chance it was because of you. No, I don't think it had anything to do with you. Elizabeth, who would be better for me long-term, Ben or Costas? Oh boy, it's going to be your choice. Oh, so here's the thing. I hate this. It looks like Ben is more legit. He shows up when he says he's going to show up. He does what he says he's going to do. And long term, I think it would be more stable. But with that being said, I don't think that the fire burns between you and Ben the way it does between you and Costas. So I think that he may let you down more. He may not be the man that you need him to be, but I think he might be more of a passionate relationship. If we were talking about long term, it depends whose opinion you're asking. I have a friend of mine that would tell you that a partnership is a partnership like a business relationship, and that Ben would be the better partner. I would tell you that, in my opinion, I would rather be alone than not have somebody I feel passionately for. Everybody is different. I think if you were going to weigh exactly, if you wanted to just look at, if you took feelings and emotions out of it, I think Ben would be the better partner long term, as far as he's going to do what he says he's going to do, and he's going to be there, and he's going to want things to move forward, and he's going to actively participate in the relationship. Where I think the other guy he does a lot of talking, and his intentions may be good, but sometimes he doesn't fulfill everything that he intends to do, which then will lead you to feeling let down. Also, on the other hand, if you feel let down, it's because you care so much. If you don't care as much, you don't get as let down. Like if you don't really want to see somebody and they're like, listen, I can't make it tonight. You're like, all right, we'll do it another time. But if it's something you really want to do, then you get let down. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I'm going to have to say that I think that if we were talking long-term stable relationship, I would say that Ben is a better partner. Seba, will his family accept me as I have kids. Oh yeah, I don't think it'll be an issue at all. I was just talking to somebody the other day about that. One client of mine was talking about how one of the kids was not getting in the way, but being a pain in the ass, you know? And I said, you know, unfortunately, and the truth is that the older that you get, like, people show up and they have old relationships, ex-husbands, ex-wives, children, multiple children. Like, that's just what happens with life. On the other hand, right, if somebody shows up and they're like middle-aged, or they're, you know, getting on there in life, like you know, I would probably say that if a lot of times, at least for myself, my own experience, by the time I turned 35, people were like asking me like, well, what is wrong with you that you don't have these things? And not that there's anything wrong with someone that doesn't, but sometimes like people will be like, especially when it comes to relationships, like, well, why hasn't she been married before? Or why doesn't she have kids? What, is she afraid of commitment? So it's a double-edged sword no matter how you cut the cake. But it's part of it, you know? It's like, this is what happens as we go through life. The good thing about it is when you have little kids, they're growing up, right? They're growing up, and the kid may be a pain in the ass. They're going through something for a moment or a time or a few months, but they grow out of it. They're not always going to be a pain in the ass. Marth. How will I feel if me and the Aries are together? Okay. Well, you know, you have walking away. So this could be walking away from all the other things around you that are not serving you, and then taking you to happiness when you are with the Aries. But it looks like you're going to have to take a leap of faith to get there. And it's going to be something that you're going to have to make the decision on. I feel like there are a lot of choices around you. And sometimes, you know, committing to one person is going to shut the door on other things. Oh, I'm still looking for Susie's question. Hang on, let me find it. Because the ones that go through PayPal are not highlighted. It's easy to miss those. I'm still not seeing Susie. Can you just send in the question again so that I can answer it? Because I haven't seen it pop up yet. All right, I'm going to answer for Shay. Is he still currently dating other people? Okay. I don't think so. Comes up low, 33% chance. Okay, Susie, has he read my messages and is he upset? Okay. I think he has read the messages, and I do think he's a little bit upset. Yeah. Sepia, what would Michael want to tell me about why he left, and will he apologize? He returns. He's definitely returning. He is going to apologize. I don't think he's going to say too much about why he left. I don't think he really knows exactly why he left. I think he thinks it was a mistake, and I think he's going to try to not say much about it. I wouldn't make that much of a big deal about it if you can avoid it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something you can just let go of, I would just see what he says when he comes back. Love bug, Aquarius's current feelings. Feels very good about you, the Sun. This is one of the best cards you can get. Also feeling like he can make magic happen. I think that he feels very good about you and your connection. And if you haven't seen or spoken to him soon with the Sun card, there should be a connection coming up. Queen, can George feel my energy when I'm not around through telepathic communication? Sometimes I can feel his. Okay. He can. I don't know that he's aware of the telepathic connection, but he can feel it. He knows it, or you'll just pop into his head, that kind of thing. But I'm not so sure how aware he is that it's a telepathic connection. Sharda, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Maybe it's been like a week or so. I don't know. Feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Will I get hired at Hustlers Club as a bottle girl? Okay, let's see. I think so. Yeah, you got a 70% chance. I would be surprised if you didn't get hired. April, how is Jesse feeling about me today? Victorious, happy, like a wish came true, and a relationship built on solid ground. So he's definitely having positive thoughts about you today. Okay, I did that, Susie one. Thank you. April, will he call me, and if so, when? He's definitely going to call. Let's see if we can get some timing. Seven days, 7 weeks, 7 months, the summer, the month of July. I'm going to say that you're going to hear from him before the end of 7 weeks. Elizabeth, is Kay serious about meeting up now, and when will we meet? Okay. Wow, what was that? It's not time to eat yet. Right? Oh, maybe it is. Oh, no, we got a little time. He is serious about meeting up. The thing is that, like, his intentions are legit. It's just like sometimes he doesn't follow through. well, the hearts might not be until this spring, but the Jack could be 11 days. It could be on the 11th, February 11th. It could be coming up. Kira, do guy who raised me, Steve, want to reconnect? Okay. Does Steve want to reconnect? So he was he a father figure? Let's see. Yes, I do think he wants to reconnect. It shows that you have a spiritual connection to him and then 33% chance with the ace. So that would go up higher than 33% chance, closer to 70. What it shows here is that he holds himself back. So I don't know what went on between you and him or why you're not in connection, but it looks like he holds himself back because he thinks that he's doing the best. Like it's in your best interest if he holds himself back. Let me just read this Jackson one because I saw it pop up a couple of times. And it's a non-tarot question. How come when I get readings about the same or similar question, the majority of the readers say the same thing, but a few say the opposite? All right, and I've kind of touched on this before. This is my opinion. The time is an issue. Right? Time can be a real bitch for things. So, for example, the story that I told recently was there was a moment in time where I think it was 2016, where I was ghosted by somebody, and I was calling. It's California psychics. Their prices are ridiculous. Anyway, the cheaper ones. It's almost like you can pay. I'll pay you whatever I can give you. Just tell me what I want to hear. Some of the cheaper ones were telling me, "Oh, you're never going to hear from him again." There's one woman who I really liked, and if you had any interest and you wanted to call her, email me and I'll give you her name because I don't want to blow her up on here. I spoke to her several times, and she would tell me, he's going to call, he's going to call, he's going to call. And she used to tell me, no matter what you do, you're meant to be with him. It doesn't make a difference. Like, you could blow him up, you could screw up his life. He's still going to come back to you because you two are meant to be together. So this went on for a long time. I didn't hear from him for a really long time. And then one time I called her, and I remember it was in May. And she was like, well, the window of time closed. He's not coming back. Forget about it. Move on with your life. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, how could you be telling me for months that no matter what I did, I wasn't going to screw this up? And now all of a sudden you're telling me that the window of time has closed and I'm not going to hear from him. So May is significant because it was sometime in May that I called, and I remember, because I remember everything. I heard from him on June 7th, which was my brother's birthday, which is why I remember. So I did hear from him, and I've been talking to him ever since. So sometimes it's like a timing thing. It's like, if you're looking at time, right? Like, we're not dead yet. So if somebody were to say to me, you know, you're not going to hear from Joe Schmo. Well, what if I don't hear from him between now and the year 2025? But does that mean I'm never going to hear from him again, or I'm never going to run into him somewhere? I mean, I ran into somebody I went to high school with 10 years later and had a conversation about what happened in high school. I mean, sometimes it's just like a timing thing. I think what's important is that if somebody is seeing something happen, whether it takes 2 days or 25,000 years, eventually it's got to happen because they saw it come up. I think that it's easier to be wrong and not see something. Like, even with the woman that I see who is like psychic beyond psychic, having nothing to do with tarot cards or anything, she will say to me sometimes, I saw everything around it, but I didn't see this part happen. Or, I saw that so-and-so's family was crying and upset, but I never saw the death that was around the family. So sometimes things are just not revealed. Like, not everything comes out. I think more importantly, if somebody is seeing it as a possibility, it's going to happen. I hope I answered that question without being too much of a windbag. April. Is it better for me to send him a message or wait for him? Okay. Okay. The cards are suggesting you should wait for him. My opinion is, if you're confident enough, send the message. Because if you reach out to him, you could be talking to him right now. You don't have to wait. I don't like making anybody wait, but if you're feeling uncomfortable, second guessing, or you're afraid that he isn't going to respond, now isn't the time to do it. I would hold off. What are you, burping? What are those sounds you're making? Okay. Daphne, is Cancer lying about seeing somebody else? Okay. I don't think he's lying. I don't think he's lying. If he was seeing someone else, it either wasn't significant or it didn't last very long or it wasn't anything to write home about. April, what would Jesse want to tell me if he could? You know what? Let's stop the super chats now because I think she's getting hungry. And I'm going to also have to take her. We have to go for our walk. But I'll come back on again. I think that he would tell you that he may be battling with some kind of an addiction here with the Devil card. Now, he could be addicted to anything. It could be that he's obsessed with playing video games. He may be telling you something about that, or that he recently conquered it and he got over the hardest part and he's climbing to the top of the mountain. I think that he would tell you that he's more afraid of being betrayed than he'd like to admit. He was betrayed once in his past, and it's something that haunts him till this day. Did I do the super chats or am I missing some? I don't think, let me go back up and see. I think I may have skipped one. I don't remember answering another one for, all right, you guys let me know if I skipped anybody, because I think that I did them all. And I'm going to try to grab a couple of other people here. Aqua Rawat, will I get the job tomorrow? Okay. You got a 70% chance, yes, you're going to get that job. Zara. What is Themis feeling about me? Feeling like he walked away and that he's very anxious about the situation. Feeling like he's going to come forward and work hard on this situation in the near future. He's not there yet. It's like he's digging his heels in. I feel like he may even know he's wrong, but he's holding his ground. He's going to get over it. What is this guy, Taurus? Stubborn as hell? Is he born on the Aries cusp? Because they're real stubborn on that cusp. I miss Sharda. Okay. Did I miss one for Daphne too? What was Sharda's question? Sharda, or if anyone saw it, can you just send me Sharda's question and I will get back? Jackson, yeah, I'm gonna be on in a little while. I'm also doing a sale, private readings, 3 questions for $10. You can pay through PayPal, and I can have that done today. I'll tell you what time I'm gonna be on. I'm probably gonna come back on. I'm gonna try to get back on by 3 or 3:30. I have to go out tonight, so. Okay, Sharda, Daphne, and April. Okay. And if anybody wants to do the private readings, 3 for 10, email me. You know what? I bet those were all like clumped together and I skipped them all. There's one right after the other. Well, I don't see the questions. Daphne, would you just send me in the question? And this way I'll see it after all those red X's. And Sharda and whoever the other person was, I'll do Crystal right now. Why does my friend Jay have bad luck? What can I do? Bad luck. Okay. You can set intentions for her. Oh, look, this is what comes up around her: disaster and arguments. So people that have bad luck tend to, I hate to say this because, wish it on themselves. I worked with this woman. I swear to God, I don't know how she didn't end up like, she reminded me of, if you ever saw Splash, the receptionist that was always getting hit by lightning, and she wore the bra on the outside of her clothes. This woman, and it was legitimate. She wasn't making it up. She wasn't being dramatic. Rolled out of bed one morning, a grown woman, and banged her head on the nightstand, had to get stitches. Gets off the bus, walking to work, a branch from a tree clocks her in the head. She shows up with the big thing. It was one thing after another with this woman, but her attitude was always, hey, with my luck, or I'm going to be lucky if I make it to the end of the week. So she was constantly kind of reaffirming how she had bad luck. So the best thing that you can do for someone that has bad luck is to either stop them when they're talking, or you like cut in, point out to them what they're doing. And you can also reaffirm, like, I intend for Jay's luck to be good. I intend for good things to surround Jay. It takes a little time, but if you work with it, it helps. Okay, Daphne, what are the Cancer's intentions and true feelings towards me? And then moderators, you can send in your questions. Their true feelings. They want to make it to the top of the mountain. I think that they are very passionate about you and they want to make things work. So if you've currently been bickering or arguing, they want to get past that. They want to move on. Your urge to use your intuition. Your intuition is pretty spot on, but sometimes I think you may get a little paranoid, probably because of something that happened to you in the past that you're kind of haven't let go of yet, which is totally normal. Everyone does it. I think that they do come forward and they want to make this relationship work. Okay. I think I have another one for Crystal, right? What about Sharda? I think there was one for Sharda. What advice can I give Jay about her apartment? I don't know what's going on around the apartment, but the tower shows up again, and so does feeling betrayed. I don't know about this apartment. Can she leave it? I don't know if she's got a lease or if she can break the lease and she can move into a happier home or a better place. I don't know. It doesn't look like that apartment is, it looks like there's a disaster looming around that apartment. And if she could get out of it, I would get out of it. Donata, how does Nagazi feel about me and when will we talk? This person feels betrayed and anxious. So I don't know if you did something that made them feel that way or if they're interpreting something wrong, but they're feeling anxious and nervous. However, you are going to talk to them. I'm going to see, let's see, could be sometime in the month of February. And they're going to be working hard on fixing the relationship with you. There's success around this relationship if you put the effort in. I think there was a Sharda one I have to do. Sharda, how will it be working as a bottle girl? Okay. How will it be working as a bottle girl? It could be very profitable. You got the sun here and you have a leap of faith. So maybe stepping out of your comfort zone to take a job like this, but it brings in happiness. It may bring in some money and it also may teach you to be assertive. I don't know if you feel like that may be an issue for you, that you're not normally very assertive, but I think that you're going to become a little bit more assertive. I think it's going to be a lot of money, you know, or a significant amount of money you make. Mel, will the love offer that I'm receiving come from a new person or an old person? Okay. Is it a new person that's coming in with a love offer? I think it's a new person. I think it's a new person, and I think it could be an earth sign that brings you a lot of happiness. A Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. All right. All right, I think I got to everyone's super chats now. I'm going to be on between 3 and 3:30. I have to go out tonight. I don't know how late I'm going to be out. Maybe I'll come back on tonight again too. But if anyone wants privates, email me. 3 for 10. They have to be paid for today, but if you don't have the questions yet and you wanted to hold off on it, we could always do it later when you have the questions, or you can do one question at a time. Sometimes people do that. Like I have one client that always buys 7 and she just uses them as she needs them. We just keep track through email. So let me know. All right, guys, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.